But all the talk, I think, was sparked yesterday by Tyson Fury revealing his weight. We're expecting him to be 19 stone there or thereabouts. Good thing or bad thing? Right weight for him or the wrong weight?
You'd like to think in these circumstances it has to be the right weight. He looks very athletic. You know, if you just forget the scales for a minute and you look at him, he looks well. Even his skin looks well. He looks lean. He looks athletic. And I think, you know, for the magnitude of the fight, you wouldn't think there'd be any mistakes made when it comes to the weight, you know. So if he's 19 stone, he's 19 stone for a reason.
I'm just going to give you some context. So the first Wilder fight, he was around 18 stone, so 256 pounds. He obviously had the Schwartz and Wallin fights in between, but the big jump, and that coincided with Sugar Hill coming on board, and it also coincided with a bit of a style change where he was more aggressive. That is when he jumped to 273 pounds. So if he is, you can just see the weights there. If we are talking about that weight around Wilder 2, Wilder 3, okay, he was around the same sort of weight for Ngannou, wasn't he, which was 19 stone 11. But there's the difference between being that weight and having trained and being fit. Wilder 2, that's the one I've asterisked there. That was a complete Tyson Fury performance. Is that the best weight for him where he can get the best out of himself, or is it independent from that and styles make fights, it's about the opponent?
Again, yeah, I think we can look at the scales a little bit too much and get a bit obsessed with them, especially with the heavyweights, you know. But I think you have to go on the opponent really and truly and your game plan. I'm sure, once again, I say this is the undisputed fight. No stone should have been left unturned, so the nutritionist that's on board, the whole team should be on the same sort of level, and they should know if we're going into this fight at 19 stone, we're going in for a reason. I do think he was bigger against Deontay Wilder, but I do think as well that's to absorb them shots, because, you know, we know about Wilder's punch power. Would he be so much worried about Usyk's power? I'm not so sure, but would he try to at least close the gap in terms of being athletic? I think that's the thinking behind it.
But can you just, and you've done this before, can you just give me an idiot's guide to what that really means? So heavier means that you can absorb more power, perhaps slows you down with your footwork. What does heavier mean?
Well, there's a difference in weight, and there's heavier through being just fatter, or there's heavier through you've done more strength conditioning, and you're more dense, you're more compact, you can absorb shots better. You can be fitter with being heavier as well. It doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, you just put weight on. But I think, you know, in terms of bad weight, it's sort of like being a heavyweight, being in there and putting a rucksack on your back and filling it with bags of sugar, you know, and carrying unnecessary weight. So what I do think is, for this fight, he's tried to get rid of that, because he knows, you know, everyone's expecting Usyk to move, but the reality is he was a cruiserweight and he has come up. He is a lot more athletic than Tyson, so I think that's probably the only department he can match him in, you know what I mean, in terms of being more athletic and faster. So Tyson's probably just thought, you know what, let's play fire with fire here, and I'll try and close that gap a little bit.
Because I don't believe that you guys make mistakes. Okay, Tyson Fury, I think there was some criticism from Father John, wasn't there, when he came in light, and he said, you know, he's taken too much weight off and he won't make that mistake again. But if you flip it and you look at Usyk's weight, consistent as a heavyweight, 220, 221 pounds, 15 stone 11, so just under 16 stone. That still will represent best part of 3 stone, over 3 stone difference between the two on the night. Do you think that we will see a fleet-footed Usyk, or will he not change what he's done to get him in this position? That Usyk knows his game inside out. You could argue that's Usyk's strength. He knows what he is.
I think first of all you have to address that's still, even though Tyson Fury looks in great shape and he's lighter than he was against Ngannou, that's still a huge weight difference between Usyk and Tyson. 3 stone. That's a lot of weight. You know, in a fight, especially if like a lot of people think Tyson starts to do the leaning and the roughing up. But I do think Usyk's not going to change it. I don't think he's going to change a winning formula. People have talked a lot about, even Tyson talks about Usyk running like a rabbit. I just don't see it personally. I don't think he particularly ran against Anthony Joshua. So I don't see why he would do that against Tyson Fury, when arguably you'd probably say Joshua's the bigger puncher. So I don't think he'll run, but at the same time I don't think he'll stand still and allow Tyson to lean on him, to hit him. I think you're going to see some courageous moments from Usyk, and you think, wow, are you really doing that against Tyson Fury?
Yeah.
I think he has to be courageous.
And just finally, tonight is the open workout. So you fighters, you play with us in the media. Sometimes you'll get in there and we'll have a little bit of skipping and didn't even bring gloves or shadow box. I hope we get to see something tonight for the public's sake. I hope we get to see a little bit of a workout, but it is high stakes. You know, they might not want to give anything away even at this stage.
Yeah, it is, and like I say, these are two professionals, but they've been in it for so long now, so they'll know what they want to do. I think Tyson will go on feeling. If he feels like doing something, he will. If he doesn't, he won't. And Usyk, you know, we might get a dance, a juggle. You just never know. But yeah, I know exactly what you're saying now. It's starting to feel like them last few days before Christmas, where it's slow. It's getting more exciting, but it's just going slow now. We want to see something to keep us all engaged.
Exactly right. Well, results are in from the poll. It's a shutout victory for Frazer in the Cool Stakes, but I'm sure that that's a geographical vote. Burton and all of the Frazer Clarke fans have been voting. But listen, get back to us this afternoon with this open workout. You know, that is what we want to see. We're going to see the fighters go through the routines. We're going to see a little bit more drama. I'm sure there's a few more bits in between. Remember, the fight live on Saturday night, Sky Sports Box Office. You do not want to miss it.